these virtues are encouraged through rituals. Now, I'll put this in context, okay? A spiritual person focuses on the philosophy, but doesn't trust the philosophy, so doesn't change. A ritualistic person practices, but doesn't have any philosophy, so they don't know what they're practicing. So you have one group of people who know what to do, but don't do it. You have another group of people who are doing something, but they don't know what to do. And both sit like this at each other. Are you a spiritual? What kind of person are you? I'm a spiritual person. You have to say it with that kind of finesse and attitude. And the ritualists say, you don't even know what you're talking about. Just do. Offer this, eat that, go there, be that. But why are you doing it? Don't ask why, just do it. And neither party is changing. This philosophy is encouraged to be practiced through rituals. Now I'm going to explain to you just a few rituals, just to show you the connection between the philosophy and practice. A ritual in Vedic culture, in Sanatana Dharma, is to light a diya in the morning, to light a lamp in the morning. Why? For anyone who uses LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, every day on these social media portals, I put up a rad. It's a reflection adventure of the day. Now today I put a quote up by Dumbledore from Harry Potter, and I don't remember the exact words, but essentially it's even the darkest place can have light if you turn it on. Something like that, but obviously way deeper than what I said. Even the darkest place can have light if you turn it on. Why we light a diya in the morning is to show what our priority is in the day. That light is not physical light. It's not 1,000 years ago where we needed diyas to brush our teeth or to cook. Now we have electricity. It's light inside. It is living a life of virtues, compassion, discipline, etc. So I wake up in the morning and I acknowledge that this is my priority. And then I go about my day. In many places, probably at this school as well, what do they do? What do they do in government buildings right in the morning? They hoist that flag, right? This is our priority. America. And it's actually quite practical. That why do we run this government? For freedom and everything that America stands for. So some cultures light a diya, some cultures light a flag, raise a flag, and the meaning is this should be one's focus. Make sense? Here's the philosophy, freedom. Here's the practice, raise a flag. I'll give you another ritual. What fruit do we use a lot in our culture? Bananas, yes. Coconuts, right? Especially if you come from the southern part of India. There's coconut in everything. So why the coconut? Why not the squash? Why not a pumpkin? Why not chickpeas? Why not broccoli? Why a coconut? When you have a mature coconut, okay, that brown one, and it has all of those hairs on the side, that coconut represents you. Not because of the skin color, not because of the hair. Okay. So, you have all of this hair on this coconut. The hairs on the bottom represent tamasic thoughts or lazy thoughts. The hairs on the side represent rajasic thoughts or aggressive thoughts. And the hairs on top, you know, it has like a mohawk on the top? Those are sattvic thoughts or calm thoughts. Now to remove the hair, you have to hold on to the top, right? You don't hold on to the bottom hair and take the hair off. You can't hold on to the sides and take the hair off. You hold on to the top, then remove the bottom hairs and the side hairs. And the idea is, hold on to calm thoughts. And when you hold on to them, you let go of lazy thoughts You let go of aggressive thoughts. Right? But you still hold on to those calm thoughts. Now the shell is shown. What is that shell in you, in your personality? The ego. And everyone has an ego. Some thicker, some thinner. But everyone has an ego. And how thoughtfully it's seen as a shell. Someone with a superiority complex is egotistical. Someone with an inferiority complex is also egotistical. The person with a superiority complex talks too much. The person with the inferiority complex talks too little. Both have their shells that they stay in. So holding on to those calm thoughts, what do you do with that shell then? You go to an altar and you break that shell. What is an altar? An altar is purpose. I'll give you an example. My teacher had said, the greater the purpose, the greater the performance. During the regular season, when the Flyers are playing, okay? Regular season, even at the beginning of the season, the purpose is this high, it's the beginning of the season, so the performance is this much. When it gets to the end of the season, right? The Flyers are going to make it to the playoffs, but where in the rankings are they going to be? Purpose is higher, so performance is higher. They don't put their second-class players. They make it to the playoffs. Purpose is higher, performance. They make it to the Stanley Cup finals. Purpose is here, performance is here. They get to the Olympics, meaning the United States is in the Olympics. Highest purpose. You can't get higher than that. So performance is highest. This is why Olympics after Olympics, Canada beats the United States because their purpose with ice hockey is just more than America. 2/3 of my time I spend outside of Canada. Okay, I'm almost as American as all of you. But just for that sake of example, right? You see regular season beginning all the way to the Olympics. You go to an altar. You go to a purpose. What is your purpose to be at UPenn if you're from UPenn? Many people, their purpose is to get out of UPenn as quick as possible. Why get out? Then I'll have those letters beside my name so I can make money. Why do I want to make money? So I can buy something. Why do I want to buy something? So I can give it to someone else. Why do you want to give it to someone else? So it'll make them happy. Why do you want to make them happy? So they'll make me happy. Here's a better idea. Be happy now. Drop out of school and be happy. Isn't that the case? We don't know the purpose of school. The reason why you're in school or working, whatever it may be, is life management. You manage your time, you manage your health, you manage your finances, you manage relationships, you manage studying. It's life management. But if you just go to school to get out of school, purpose is so small, so performance is so small. Do you try your hardest in school? If you knew how much you're paying for tuition, truly, you should be working really hard. Way more than what we're actually doing. When we were in business school, we missed class by accident. Then in our minds, it would always be, that class cost $500 or $1,000 or whatever it is. Right? And then if we thought about that, we'd come to class late. We'd end up going back to class. When you break that shell, what's inside? That white coconutty flesh. I don't know if coconutty is a real word, but whatever. Or that water. That represents that independent happiness. Regardless of what's happening to the outside of that shell, if it's green, if it's brown, if there's hair, if there's not hair, inside, pure peace. That's why we use coconuts. Not just to put in our food, not just for our hair, but to remind us to have calm thoughts, to have a purpose, to know who we are within.